Whenever we make the effort to try to improve our lives, our old people always gave us that warning that the evil one would put obstacles in our way. And many times, those obstacles danahi chedo danahi masando danahi zaza danahi nes tadi de naso the hot edo de gigido I nachaleho. Så det hoiset egot ei hatniego ei ahdikat danahi nes ha. Akoti ates jatki ahoit ates nahotel ne. Atse jatet kita. Da no ei ahdikati. Benantken Hollande ei ei ahdikat. Tätästä anakot oot tätästä anakos ei ahdikat penkeltä huidnet olde. In the teachings of Ardennes, the old people always stress certain subjects and reminded us constantly that we have the ability to do many things, and we are blessed with certain gifts and talents. But we are always to be responsible for the things that we do, and to recognize that we have the abilities in that given to us. And there are so many things that in our lives that we want to do, and then things that we need to do. There's always that difference of the things we want to do and the things we need to do. But whenever we make the effort to try to improve our lives, our old people always gave us that warning that the evil one would put obstacles in our way. And many times, those obstacles were words that were spoken to us by other people. And it was that you can't do this, you don't belong, you're not talented enough, you don't have enough understanding, and all of the things that they can say. But that was back then. But today we have those negative things coming from so many different directions. And it disrupts the way that we try to accomplish the things that would improve our life. And it is that what we would call self-talk was very important to Ardennes. And that was to say that if something is to be, it is up to you. And if you listen to other people, it's going to become very difficult. You have to talk to yourself. You have to have the courage and the commitment and the common sense and also the confidence. And so those are the things that you need to be able to acquire the things that you need for yourself. And you don't make excuses. And you don't blame other people for not being able to do that. That's the one thing that is very important. Is when you try to do something and you're not successful at it, to point the finger at someone else. Because you're bypassing the teaching of, if it's to be, it's up to me. It is that you cannot blame other people or other conditions, circumstances. When you talk to yourself in a positive way, they call it the good way. The good way translates into the beauty way. And the beauty way, of course, is the only way to acquire both your wants and your needs to help you journey the beauty way path to have joy, happiness, confidence, and peace. And so the teaching of our people is Ashi Initans and Ode. It's something to say, yes, you might want that, but is it good for you? And I remember that one of the things that occurred in my very early childhood, and I'll forever be grateful to my great-grandmother. And one time she got about 9 of us, her grandchildren, together, and she prepared a meal for us. And we were all in her small hogan, and she put the food on the floor, on the dirt floor. And she wouldn't let us eat until she gave us this particular profound teaching that has sustained us, those that listened to her that day. But what she said was, learn English, learn the English language, And she established the 4 ways for us to acquire this ability to speak the English language. And a traditional way of 4 ways, he says, learn to speak it, and then of course, learn to read it, and learn to write it, and then learn to understand it. And she said, you're going to have to listen. And so it is that became very much a part of our lives, the ones of her grandchildren that listened. There are only 2 of us still alive. And I was the youngest one. I was probably about 6 years old. But it was that I remember that particular time. And it was that those other people that were in there with me, the other grandkids of my great-grandmother, they all became very professional. And they became tribal leaders, and they were just good parents, they were good grandparents, and they all left a legacy. They were beautiful people, and they followed the instructions of great-grandma. But along the way, there were always people that would say, what are you trying to do? You're trying to be a white man? Don't learn their language. Learn our language. Learn the language of our people. That's more important. And so there were always people that were giving us negative advice. But I remember that the teachings that I received that told me, when you talk to yourself, make it so that it is positive. And make it so that you don't ever say to yourself, that means don't ever call yourself dumb or stupid. That's not the way to do things, to accomplish the things you need to do. And so it is that the other part of it is, don't ever call your children dumb or stupid. That's even worse. And so the teachings of our people is, if you really want to journey the beauty way path and to have joy, happiness, confidence, and peace in your life, you have to listen to yourself and be a person that gives yourself positive self-talk. This is to say, I can do this. I have the ability to do this. And there's a lot of things you can say to yourself to keep your confidence up. But it is also very important to remember that you have to have confidence in the help of the holy people to accomplish the things you need to do. And there are things like we mentioned, the things you want. Sometimes you have to sacrifice those to acquire the things you need. And there are a lot of things you need to be able to maintain your journey on the beauty way path. And above all, don't forget that the holy people are always there to help you do the things you need to do. And those are the things that we're told.
Hey, thanks for watching our videos. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss one of our uploads. Also, head over to our website, NavajoTraditionalTeachings.com. Sign up for our email list. Okay.